My stars, reading time. This collective, maybe you're not feeling yourself. I'm feeling like a real suffocated kind of energy, lack of motivation maybe, kind of feeling like I don't want to say stuck in limbo. It's kind of this energy of being kind of stuck between two worlds. There's something that's feeling off with you. Definitely not feeling yourself. It could be something that's happening cosmically. I wonder what's happening cosmically right now. But let's see your main focus. Oh God. Maybe this is causing you to... Oh, it's still going. Maybe this is causing you to fixate on a certain emotion. You could feel like you're really aligned to this twin flame divine journey. You could have just had a surprise call or ignition here, or maybe the emotion of this has kind of come and caught you off guard, especially if you've been feeling like a real detachment from the label of this journey or the intensity of emotion of this journey. For some reason, intuitively, I don't think this is they've just contacted me. It's more maybe the surprise of energy. But again, the feeling I'm getting is you're feeling suffocated. It's like it's an odd one to explain. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm trying to say. And this could really tie into your journey. And if you did just get a surprise, hold on, I want one more for that, because I don't feel you have. Hold on, one more. Yeah, there's something coming with divine guidance at the moment. Maybe if you're someone, and I find this a lot with people on this journey, when you've kind of been smooth sailings and all of a sudden there is some form of cosmic activation or alignment. I always say when there's something happening cosmically, whatever we're focusing on, it needs a shift of perspective. Maybe it's become a habit for you. As soon as you start to feel some form of agitation or different kind of energy in your soul, your brain automatically goes to, it must be something to do with this journey. Maybe this person's about to call me. Why is the intensity coming over me? Especially if their face is a main focus right now. You've been drawn to energetically chase or whatever the case is. I feel this collective, there's something far greater going on, but you might think it's all to do with your connection right now. And you know me, I'm going to get into real detail, but I'm just confirming the right collective's perspective focus. But there's something that's happening here that, it's funny, I had that in reverse. Or maybe as well, there's an anxiety. Maybe you're thinking this isn't divinely protected anymore. Maybe you're questioning your whole journey. Whatever the case is, the right collective, there is something here that's suffocating you and you don't like it. It's making you feel, again, this kind of limbo state emotionally. All right. Cycles. Maybe you're replaying all the cycles in your mind at the moment. This collective, you could have just had a surprise call. If you're going over cycles, clearly didn't go right though. Hold on, let's confirm with this purple deck. Okay. If communicate, the confession. Let me just pull those three. That means it's in. 1, 2. Oh. Spies wanting to come out. 3. Okay, now there's still distance. This collective, is this a waste of time? Emotionally unavailable, trying to shut the door, thinking it's not so much date night, but just reflecting maybe on your last interaction or seeing this person. For the right collective, this isn't in just yet. It's the mind ache. You're replaying things, makes sense with cycles. Okay, I'm going to roll a dice. If a 6 comes out, there's no movement this week. Hold on. 1. So it's on your coattails. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, this reading's now taking a turn. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to put these back in. Okay. Now, next 24 hours. So you are feeling them. I'm just going over what I said before about this being a focus, and sometimes it's more something that needs to shift. Anyway, let's see. Now, next 24 hours. Oh, that's why divinely you've got a thread coming in. Manifestation. Oh, God. Oh, God. Letting go, making room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. This collective, you really could be on this divine journey, because the right collective, you're feeling it pulling at your soul, but I think you're trying to push it away. I'm just staring at my flame. My flame is really high. Oh my God, my phone wasn't recording. It was a double flame. I said I was staring at my candle. You can kind of... No, it just went out. Far out. That was a double flame just then. You can see how it's kind of burnt that. I started drifting off staring into that candle. We've got twinnies here. That is crazy. And I was talking to myself. I got so overexcited, but that flame had gravitated to 2. Oh, God. Okay. At first it was like this big, like the flame had really grown, and then I went to go put it back and it split in. Oh, I don't even know why I'm explaining. I get excited over the littlest things. Okay. There's that cycles, right underneath cycles, with things haven't been the right time. It may still not be the right time. Bees, they could be important. Fate, karma, something ended, something's about to begin. You're about to go around the loop again. Oh, God. Okay, you've got 2 about new beginnings right now. Oh, this is coming from up above. So you've got divinely protected, the manifestation, and divinely guided, divine timing. Everything in divine timing, let this flow. Oh, all right, let's confirm. Water sign, you could be a water sign, they could be, but this is why emotions are running high. You could have been, cups in tarot is months. Maybe this has been months since you've spoken to this person, but this is why your emotions feeling this way. You can feel them, and like I said, it was suffocated. It's like you can feel them on top of your chest. I'm probably thinking you're crazy. And you've got the guardian angels. So this is being guided. You've got all the universal cards here. Oh, gosh. All right, one more for this row. They'll be back. You want to hope, communicate, or confession comes out with this, because otherwise this is, I always say, when this is kind of a single standing card without anything around it to do with communication, it's just something really dry and simple, like a hey, or just to check in on your socials. Or I feel this collective, if you've got such a focus on cycles, there's a reason for it. There's an intensity right now of reminiscing over these cycles. Again, big confirmation. Air sign, pets, and there's been someone in the middle trying to sabotage this. So pets is an important detail here as well, especially because that's with someone else. Maybe this other person that's involved in this, it ties into pets somehow. Your pets could be acting very differently around you. You could be stuck in the mind over a pet currently as well. Let it be one of your fur babies is acting different or a little bit sick. Or why am I hearing, you know how cats can go prowling and sometimes they, you get worried that they're missing? Why am I hearing that? Maybe you think your cat's missing. I just want to get one more for this. They'll be back. Because if communicate or confession doesn't come out, you've got another cycle here. Maybe it's more of, it's time to kind of break the layer here. Commitment, that was. One more. Oh. We've got two more. Oh, God. Okay, so we've got water, earth, and air on the spread. But it is paired with a confession. Okay. I'm going to be very honest and transparent. This is around you in the next now 24 hours, right? We've still got someone else here. So there is some form of third-party interference in this dynamic. It doesn't just have to be love, but there's someone tied to this energy because this is underneath being divinely guided. So there's something, this is an important one, right? There is something universally right now. For the right collective, there's a sign about pets, okay? There's an actual sign going on with pets. Now, I do think as well, just not just for you individually, but there's a detail here with this person connected to you that ties to pets and also to this someone else. I'm hearing three things, but this is important. This is, if that doesn't align, however it resonates with you, it's not for you, because this ties into this guidance here. Maybe this person, even though you've got confession, they might try and touch the water. Oh, it's still recording. Touch the waters by bringing up a pet or just something stupid. Not that that's stupid, but if there's been a lot of cycles, back and forth energy and not clear communication, and the way they approach you is bringing up a pet, like that's just silly. It's a little bit childish. But that's important. Now, with this, they'll be back. You do have a confession and earth sign. So this could be them trying to ground this through whatever they need to say. But I always say confession is different to communicate. But at least you know this person's wanting to come in honest and transparent. I think you're both extremely you're tugging at each other. But I'm on the fence because this not the right time. I've put that on top of this just intuitively. So let's break it down. So water, air, earth is relevant for this collective, and it makes sense because whenever I see a lot of signs, I always say there's attached energy. And I'm hearing this. Pentacles in tarot, years, swords, weeks, water, cups. So maybe this has taken years to ground. Maybe whatever the universe has been guiding has been going on for a couple weeks now, and you might not be aware. I think the right collective, it's been months since you've heard from this person, right? So just individually for this collective, your pets, the past few weeks, they would have been acting quite different around you as well. All right, let's just finish this quickly. I want to actually see what's around your heart space. We're going to have to see this person's perspective, confirm from the universe what's arriving, what lesson is here, and then we'll get tarot. Oh, God. So you're very connected, this collective, you feel it. Destiny. I think it's more you're questioning everything about this journey. That's the biggest feeling I'm getting, but there's a reason for it. I think you're picking up this person. If they're wanting to confess, they'd be questioning everything they're feeling right now. They'd be feeling uncertainty. They would be feeling a lot of, I feel anxiety. I'm going to be honest. Let's just confirm these. And you've got runner at the bottom. Still a lot of belief, though. You've got the one underneath this. Flamingos, they could be a sign. Okay, twins. The I should have. much trauma this journey has caused, but also cleared. Right now, that's when I saw the one, I'm like, huh? I feel this collective, yes, it's helped you with your trauma, but I think right now, again, feeling suffocated. I think you've had moments, especially now, it's accelerated, it's been traumatic. Oh my God. I shouldn't laugh, but that's his journey. Oh God. Okay. Oh. And probably I'm hearing it because I always tell you guys you shouldn't pray for that communication, manifest that communication, because you guys, you get communication, it takes months to simmer down from it. It really does. You ascend every time. So it's all of that triggers and trauma that get brought to the surface, right? So much fear, the abandonment, the delulu, every time. I feel this collective broken free from asking your team to get them to contact you. Like, I feel this collective before, you'd always be giving your team ultimatums. Now it's like, don't let them anywhere near me. Sorry. That sums up this whole journey perfectly. Oh God. All right, cycles. Oh, but every time you sparkle more and more, you glow up more and more, you heal more and more. Look at this. You know it's helped you a lot internally, but still that for me, it's sticking out a little bit. But anyway, destiny. Okay, this collective pregnancy. I'm not going to say expectation. I actually feel this collective, you think you and this person are meant to have a child, or you did fall pregnant. There's something here that feels very destined when it comes to a pregnancy or birth of a child. Don't make it fit, but you are trying to cleanse and clear. That's, again, this is an odd one. All right, I just quickly want to see what's around your heart space. Okay, next 24 hours, what's actually going on here? Oh, your first card. You are. You're about to get that lightning bolt. Buckle up. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany. It could come through an upheaval, but it's meant to cause a transformation. You got a confession. I'm still on the fence with this one. If this one's going to end good, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, so that third party, it's a permanent fixture. I've allocated this as family and friends. So that's someone else in the middle trying to interfere with the pets that came out. The right collective, you would have a memory of who that person is, and it ties to a memory to do with pets. Okay, watch from I'm pretty sure it would still be in the first part. But around your dynamic, double confirmation, this person, they're still in the energy. They could be tied to this confession. That card, one more for that, because this is also what could happen. The axe. Oh no, that's good. Okay. This collective, you got healthier choices over this. So this axe energy, this breakup, this separation was done through silent treatment and abandonment, which means that would be embedded in your cycles. However your dynamic kind of ended, this replays and replays and replays, because this is what activates the triggers and the trauma every time, right? Until you learn from the fire, put yourself first, be like, peace out, I deserve better, right? Your last point here, it was done again, clearly to you. And since this last point, this right collective, and I actually think this person too, I'm about to get their energy after, making healthier choices in love, in life, focusing on self-care, self-love, worthiness, wanting to be happier. And that's what I'm feeling with that first part. Yes, this person's on replay in your mind, but you feel suffocated. It's like you are literally looking at this journey as equaling trauma right now. And it's meant to, because it's meant to make you relearn life, amplify your triggers to amplify your greatness. This collective, I don't think you like the intensity you're feeling. I think in the past, this intensity, you probably hated it but loved it, always seeing signs and synchronicity. Like, it wouldn't make you feel this uncomfortable and suffocated. And the right collective, you will know exactly what I am saying. And there's a shift in your energy. Maybe in the past you'd always check your phone. It's like now you're scared to pick up your phone. It's like you're putting your phone away. You don't want to see this person's name pop up. As I said it, stop it. Don't make it fit. Not dealing hurt. And maybe this is how you act when this comes in. You're hurt. You're standing firm in boundaries, especially if you've always lacked boundaries with this person. You're trying to avoid this. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Like I said, I feel this collective, you're scared of your phone. Oh, God. All right. This is now next 24 hours. This ain't going to be easy. Oh. So they are confessing. They got the lightning over their mask. They're gaslighting, not showing their true feelings. I don't think this collective, you'll believe it. Oh, God. Girl, boy with a snake. Maybe you guys were preparing engage. This person, whoever this was, they affected your foundation. If you guys were about to get engaged or you were engaged, this person's been around since you're, and I said it with the pets, and they're still around. Just be careful. Acts, healthier choices. Oh, that's good. So just remember, this has been healing you, right? I do think this collective, you're fed up. I think you're a bit petrified. You're just sick of feeling like every time you take 10 steps forward, boom, it's like you go back. And I think just right now, I always say as a reader, we pick up the collective's energy. And like I said at the start, the right collective, you feel uncomfortable, you feel suffocated, you feel stuck between two worlds. You don't want to think about it. You don't, it's like, in the past, when you would think about them, it would excite you, or again, you would look for the signs, the synchronicity. It's like it's a completely different energy I'm feeling, right? Now, have you for so long held on to how much that this needed time? It was progressing you, it was healing you through every fire, through every form of abandonment, through every this, you were growing, you were changing, yes. But this collective, you're sick of looking at it like that. I know you got the twin flame and the trauma, and I deviated then and said, yes, you probably think this has healed you, but right now you're looking at this journey as traumatic. You're probably thinking, I actually want to heal. I don't want to keep being amplified. Every time they come in, I'm taking 10 steps back and I'm over it, right? Do not just say, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. It's very big, because it's confirming here, because this collective, now next 24 hours, I think this is going to be you. I think this is going to be you. I think you're fed up. Sick of being betrayed. Sick of feeling like you got daggers in your soul. Sick of having to learn lessons through their behavior. It's like, even though you're learning lessons through your own behavior, but right now I'm just saying your perspective, right? I just feel this person, it's nothing but betrayal or tower every time they come in. You just want peace. You want peace. It wouldn't surprise me if you're a 6 or you're born on the 15th. You guys seek peace, and you seek that energy of not feeling ripples. And if anything, 6s are normally quite conflict avoidant. You're starting to realize you just want peace. But this is what I was feeling. This, not today, not dealing. You got unconditional love in the Phoenix. I don't think you're going to think this is rekindling. This is literally new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, growth. They've changed their mind. The universe's perspective is going to be very, very interesting. I think even just hearing this would have triggered this collective. And you're probably thinking, what, now that they're ready, but I ain't ready anymore. Oh, this is big energy coming for you. Very big. Oh, at the bottom, Stop it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is reminding me, you could be coming to the end. This is what happens. You guys are literally, you're not just saying, get me off the roller coaster. You're leaping off the roller coaster. You don't even want to think that you're on this anymore, right? You start to think it was one big fat karmic lesson and, this is why you'd be so annoyed with your thought pattern right now and feeling suffocated. I had a collective yesterday. It was a little bit the same, a little bit different collective. You might be in the same wave, this collective, as yesterday's. Hold on. I just want to get a couple of emotion cards for you and a couple of them. Universe's perspective. Then we'll get into this person. You, distant. 100%. You are so distant right now. You're trying to push this all away. You need space. You're shutting down. You're detaching. You're cold. You're removed. You're withdrawn. Huge confirmation. Huge. One more. Simple. You just want to keep it simple. You're sick of the baggage. This is how they were. This is roles reversing. Keep it simple, uncommitted. No more labels. Detaching from the label. You're wanting flexibility. You're wanting to keep your life uncomplicated. And the peace. You just want peace. You're seeing this as nothing but trauma and you're sick of it. You want to stay in your comfort zone now because you've just been pushed out of your comfort zone time and time again. This collective, you're cold. Is that the right way to be? No, I'm just confirming your energy. We'll get into all your advice and stuff soon. Okay. This person connected to you, wanting to confess. Oh, they're still a little bit worried about your reaction, but be careful because the gaslighting, the mask, they're wanting validation. This provoking power, but maybe that's them reflecting on what they've done here. But I think they're worried about your reaction. They've still got their guard up. Be careful. Cautious. They feel like they've been hurt before. Oh, bit delusional. This collective, you've clearly been very hurt. But their guard's coming down. Okay. Oh, they're obsessed. I got the addicted. They're obsessed. I want one more for guarded. Why do I feel that longing at the bottom? This also says needing a fix. Obsessed. Unhealthy interest. Unhealthily obsessed. And they could actually struggle with addictions too. Oh. Because that just doesn't align with confession. Grief. You're guarded. They're set and they can feel it. They've got grief over this guard. I think that's you. Lost someone they love, pain, sadness, endings, going through the motions, trying to process this loss, missing, crying, obsessed, unhealthy fixation, worried about the reaction, worried about how they've reacted with you. That's you. That's you. And maybe they have grief for how long they were guarded for as well. Okay. This would have been this collective not too long ago, right? It's switching. And I feel that's you guys now, confused. You're confused. That's why you're like this with your mind. I don't know why I'm being asked this. I want to see the universe's energy towards you guys right now. I've never asked that. Protecting you guys. This is the possessive, but it's the protecting you guys. It's funny, this says controlling this, but monitoring, watching, supervising. There's a reason I asked that. There is, because you got all those universal guiding cards. The universe is protecting this. They're monitoring you both. This is coming through the true energetic shift right now, right? It's being released, but it's that kind of free will could make this go either way. But they're happy. They're happy. It literally says happy, smiling inward, please. I was talking to myself. Satisfied came out from the universe. Happy, smiling inward, please, joy. And what I was saying, clearly how the energy shifting is benefiting you both, but I am hearing too excessive on both scales. This is very excessive and cold. This is very excessively overly emotional, right? Addicted, unhealthily obsessed, full of grief, worrying about reaction. You are like, get me away from this. This reading is more finding you, collective, I think, to balance your emotion a little bit, and again, maybe see this just a little bit more gentle, but they're protecting this, they're watching, supervising, and they're satisfied. So it's being released for a reason. And again, I've never been called to see their emotion, because not that they have emotion, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. First, I'm getting universe, how they're viewing this, what's coming, how you should deal with it. We'll get into this person, and then we'll get your tarot at the end. Okay, universe, now next 24 hours, guidance for this collective. What are you releasing for them right now in their dynamic? Oh, the only you got it. You got the Celtic knot for the own. This is what they're releasing you. Unconditional love. You're not in unconditional love right now, this collective. Neither is this person. Divine union, legendary, eternal love, infinity, enduring love of a lifetime. Extremely connected right now. Yes, you've been hurt. This poor collective, 24. That could be an important number. Rebirth. They're rebirthing you. Scorpio energy. Your passion, diving deep, your psychic abilities, but you're pushing them away. You know what's coming, but you don't want it to come. Like I said, this collective, you're scared of your phone right now, which means you are being bombarded with signs, but you're pushing them away. It's like every time you pick up your phone, synchronized numbers, mirrored numbers. You know how you get little numbers on all, like your messages, your emails, your social. It's like all the numbers on your phone, the stored numbers of messages you need to open. It's like that all be synced. You wouldn't be able to escape it. Maybe again, pets was a big thing. Maybe your pets have been bringing little gifts to your door. There's something here about this collective, you know it's coming, not just physically, but you're seeing signs. Maybe you've lined up signs with the cycles. It's like every time in the past this person's entered, you get certain signs. It's like it's happening again. So you know it's on your coattails, not just psychically, but the way that they're guiding it through the synchronicities. Don't make these details fit. It's coming through specifically. Perception shift. And that's what I said. There needs to be a different perspective here. But they're what the universe, the watching, supervising, and satisfied with the. I just think it needs to be more balanced. There's something here about the unconditional love. This collective, you're a bit angry. Snake, and still here. That's the third person. 24th of July. So the deception, the betrayal, the backstab. This is what you're over. Watch the whole thing. So this is now. The silent treatment, seduction, could be something to do with sexuality, but they're saying this has all been counterproductive. Move on from it. 3rd of the 7th, 7th of the 3rd. But this is going with the wind. There's movement on its way, going places. This is about travel, adventure, and overseas as well, but I think it's more this is about to be released with the confession, the lightning bolt, that boundaries card. 3rd of the 10th, 10th of the 3rd. March could be an important month here as well. Oh. You got the time has come. Fall of the full moon. A culmination of all your efforts. It's a completion on its way. So either way, you are about to complete a cycle here with something. fulfillment, release, abundance, fruits of your labor, because you are focusing on your own needs. You're coming into this harvest season because you are truly this collective. You're moving on here, right? The frustration, the distance, it just keeps getting confirmed with every deck. So don't make it fit. But yes, the time has come. Oh, this is going to be a tough one for the right collective. I want one more for your top row. Finances. So maybe financial things, just as a detail, is tying into this. So just as this comes, or maybe the past couple of days, you've had a very big financial influx. But again, I see this as, especially in the animal deck, the koi, you've stopped forcing the river. You've stopped forcing it. Again, like I said, you're trying to leap out of that roller coaster. You're trying to leap out of the river. But let's take financial things away from it. They're saying this is something to be invested into. There's been multiple layers. We know that. This body of water, I'm more feeling the emotion. But I do think just as a specific detail, there's something financially that aligns in this next 24 hours for you. Number 34. Okay. All right, let's confirm this rebirth energy. So this has been actually brewing for the past 3 to 6 months. Confirmation of the first part. Don't make it fit. So the past 3 to 6 months, when the waters came out, good things come to those who wait. And not that, you know what card, the right collective, in the first part. You've been slowly rebirthing and coming into this acceleration of letting go for a few months here. Squirrel secrets. You do have potential to rebirth through this, but I think you will need to center that. Angry card's going to come out. I think that's of this collective. Be prepared for anything, but this will, if not handled correctly, tie in miscommunication. This is where the perspective shift needs to come before reacting. Number 18, A. K and A on the spread. All right, this Celtic knot, 24. Oh, well, that's them. You got the divine masculine, 24, 28. So maybe it's them starting to really believe in, and I will get their perspective, believe in the intensity and what this love truly is. Because this collective, you finally let go of the frequency of it. Snake energy. You got the lion. That's good. So it really is overcoming that. Overcoming the difficulties. Fair, just, devoted, heart-centered, majestic, self-esteem, pride, ego. This would have self-esteem and pride. And it was clearly done from pride and self-esteem issues. 15th of July could be important here. This sailing boat. You could have just seen a snake and lions or a squirrel. Lions and squirrels and snakes, they could be actual sign for you as well. Oh, it's on the Chariot. It's on the Chariot. This is that movement going with it's on. This is why the universe is monitoring right now. It's your spirit teams. It's your ancestors. They're like, So again, 3 to 6 months, and then you've got 1 to 3 months. This has been slowly coming in on the Chariot. Normally that's one of the fastest moving. So I feel this should have been in a bit sooner. Maybe this person, even you, through free will, because I always say you have your timeline, but free will can prolong things. But whatever's just happened now, it's like intervention has kicked in to realign you to that direction, right? 3 to 6 months. there's something that's happening. It could be to do with distance. It could be to do with travel as a detail, maybe. I stopped myself kind of saying that. It did come to my mind. Resisting the change. They were in self-protection mode, but now this collective, you're in self-protection. If you have been angry and frustrated, because I've got a collective here that is fuming at their person, and if you were that same collective that you cannot stop fuming, because I'm hearing myself in that reading saying it's you guys holding this back because of your anger right now, and this collective, you are angry, you're frustrated. I wouldn't say angry, but you're just like, ugh. It wouldn't surprise me if you're the same collective, because this it just made my mind tick. I think it's this collective. You've been in self-protection. You got to remember, angels, they've been supervising, watching this. Maybe it's like a habit again, just that, no, this isn't my watch from the beginning, right? I'm going over the suffocated and maybe you're softening up more than you know, right now. And that's just you, especially if this keeps hitting you hard and you're like, why? Right? I feel this has been you in self-protection, very defensive, because you haven't been this whole journey. And now, remember when the betrayal and the acts, and it's like you're just over it. The right collective, you're seeing this whole journey is equaling trauma. You're literally thinking, I will never be able to heal through this. I've got to let it go. You genuinely want peace and healing in your soul when it comes to the heart space, right? I think that's more you guys. Could be a bit of them, but I think it's more you guys. You got potential. If you don't calm down, this is why this collective, they're not holding it back anymore. The time has come. You're either going to go through another tornado, or you can soothe this with everything you've learnt to balance with. Storm brewing, torn up over a sudden unexpected ending. Let's get one more. This could accelerate off. You got the Phoenix, so and that's double whammy because you got the Phoenix in that with the boundaries. And that is the same row. Because I was going to get that to remember that I'm angry, not dealing, hurt, boundaries. And then you got the unconditional love and the Phoenix rekindling. And I said, oh, that's going to piss this collective off. That is completely aligning because it's coming. The lightning, the confession, the time has come because you've really moved on. Now you can Phoenix this from all the past tornadoes and the storms you've had, or you're going to create it again, right? Watch from the beginning. That is double confirmation of that row. Death, rebirth, immortal, catalyst of heart awakening, rising up from the ashes, total transformation, complete renewal. This person finally believes, as you're finally not believing anymore. That's where the shift comes. Oh, that's 50-50. It's how you handle it, this collective. If you're pissed, but there's a part of you that wants to hear, but you're still, be transparent, don't wear a mask. Or I always say, when something happens, it's that gut instinct, that 5 seconds that comes over you, that's your intuition telling you what to do. This person's name pops up and you are just like, ugh, and you want to chuck your phone. Do not, that's your gut telling you, you aren't ready. Put that away, right? If their name pops up and you start to feel a bit, but then the frustration, be honest. Not going to lie, surprised I saw your name, but I can feel my emotions getting heated and I don't want to be heated. I want to feel balanced. I want to feel peaceful. I'm not ready to confront whatever this is right now. I need some space, right? Just be transparent. Don't wear a mask because they're finally breaking free from their mask. And I always say, true divines, you are going to reflect your mask. You both reflect each other's masks, right? This collective, you normally do it in a very unconditional love kind after all the betrayal, deceit. Really, your kindness is just a mask over how much they make you weak. Let's be real. Until you really start to heal, right? You tell yourself it's because it's unconditional love, it's my divine person. No, you're just broken and you're scared this person's going to run if you rip off the band-aid. But then you have all that repressed resentment and emotion from not being heard that you get to this point. You're just a firecracker, right? You got to be balanced here. You got to be balanced. Sun, yes card, truth. But there's a driving force coming with something financially. Mystery. Go to your bookshelf. I always say this card, go to your bookshelf, see what you're magnetically drawn to, and then turn to page 1026, and there'll be, the first sentence will be a message from your angels about this whole situation, if the whole reading has been resonating from part 1. But what was a mystery and hidden? Secrets, the unknown. That's what's coming with that lightning confession. 26th of October could be important. All right. I'm a little bit nervous to get into this person's energy because I just feel this collective, you don't really want to hear it. Let's get you a surrender card first. What you need to surrender to. Your belief in scarcity. I think you've just been hurt so much you think you're destined to get hurt again. And now that you finally got your boundaries up, it's like you don't want them to come down. That not dealing card, right? You finally found strength in them. And I feel deep in your soul without you knowing, because it's been so hard for you to put yourself. Now that you finally got strength for you, right? It's like subconsciously, not here, but you're so scared, scarcity mindset, thinking the worst is going to happen. You're replacing that with anger and frustration. Like I said, this collective, you're fed up, right? You're scared to even look at your phone. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance and what you truly deserve. In this way, you can remove these energy blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. That chariot ship energy is this collective. You're in self-protection mode. And it's blocking your mind's eye right now. And it's funny, I'm wearing pink today. Pink is the color of love. Bring love back into your heart. Remember, true divines, what you're really here to do. You spread the word of love, true love. It all comes from frustration. Look at how blocked your third eye is right now. Not really, because you can feel this energy, but in like your intuition for what really needs to be done, that's blocked. That's blocked. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving this dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup. You may approach the situation more calmly. Sign. All right, one more. Is that yellow? Confidence. And be joyous. Go do some self-care today. Do some things you love. Center your emotion, right? I always see her as like running through a fairy garden. Take a break from overthinking. Do something fun. Play is a time for recreation and rejuvenation. Especially when this comes over you, take some time for you. Find things, enjoyment and release. And why am I seeing someone walking along a beach? The water could really soothe you. That could be your element. But I find our oceans, they're so sacred. And when anyone's highly emotionally charged, I always say Mother Nature grounds us. But going to the beach, just walking along the crashing water, putting your toes in the sand, it just calms you. Like it washes away the excessive emotion. There's a reason that came up as an example. Maybe that's something you need to do, right? Probably see something beautiful. You might even see some dolphins, or I feel the right collective. It's like you'll see something beautiful as a confirmation from your team as well. Remember, dolphins, play, harmony, effective communication. Okay, let's get into it. I'm really going to cleanse out because I just don't want to mix this, because this collective, you're like, let's just cleanse them, the energy, and then we'll get into this person's true feelings, intentions. I want to see what this confession, what their fear, because it's clearly fear, what they're wanting to say with that grief, and then we'll get tarot for their next action, advice of how you should approach it and what the outcome may be. All right, I'll be back. All right. Let's see what's driving this confession forward. What are they going through emotionally? Oh, God. Again, every deck. That's someone else. I'm an idiot. I spoke about our connection as if it was trivial. I didn't respect the sanctity of our connection. Instead of keeping things between you and I allowed others to interfere. Again, for this collective, it's a permanent fixture. Family or a childhood friend, right? So, again, every deck around your heart space, this person's still tied. So that means your person is going into conflict with this person right now, and that is why they're tied to whatever's about to be spoken, right? Watch from the beginning. Now, this person, and I always say it's unfortunate, but there's a reason gossip and opinion of you as a person is around this dynamic, because unfortunately, your person, in moments of conflict, in moments of upheaval, they would turn to these people, and unfortunately, without them intentionally doing it, kind of manipulate it back into their favor because they wanted validation for their own reactions, right? But through the opinions here, it made them think if this person was really the one, they wouldn't cause you this much stress. But then it says, wake up and realize our connection is the real deal. So they're just waking up now. Again, the Celtic knot with their energy, they're just starting to wake up to the intensity and why there is such an intensity over your dynamic, and the way they're always drawn back to you, and the patience. And remember, I stopped myself because I thought the patient card came out, and then I was like, wait, did it? How long this has taken them to come into this realization. I just want you to know how much I was talking to myself, but with this patience, I was looking at this number 58, right? Now, this collective, there's something the universe is trying to make you see properly. You can feel this person's energy on you, but the way you're dealing with it is not right. But I think you think it is right, right? Again, for the right collective, that makes sense. If you were seeing a lot of the number 58, reflect on your intuition right now. Again, this is why I believe this reading is finding this collective. So even what time is it right now? Just, I think 58 would be following you around, but a lot of people don't really notice the in-between angel numbers. They're just fixated on the synchronized numbers. But even if you just went to the shop and spent $50.50 or $58.58. Okay, let's confirm these opinions. So they were settling in their comfort zone. Again, for this collective, it was permanent fixtures. This is about, again, I think it's family, friends, but I know I'm not happy. I feel I have no way out. I just can't walk away from my duties or the one I'm with. Maybe their duties tie into, it could work with their family or this friend, or there's something here that their comfort zone and them feeling duty bound is also to do with whatever this interference was. Right, collective? That will resonate completely with you. Even if I'm not entirely happy. So they know, fateful encounter. So now they're reflecting, this was my soul connection. So how was I blinded by the things that were being said? The moment I laid eyes on this person, I knew, I can't explain it, but oh my God, that's twice in this reading, the split flame. There's a reason these special parts, I've been having issues with my timer. But the two very significant times, I can't believe that happened. So fateful encounter came underneath false flame. And then I said, I want one more. And no came out, right? I was like, what's that? Because remember the deviation, how they thought this was false, da-da-da. And then you got twin flame. So they're starting to realize, look at that row. Oh, this person would feel so stupid, especially because the Celtic knot's being activated in them right now, right? From false flame to twin flame. Reflecting on how you met, it was probably serendipitous, the way you were magically drawn to one another, straight off the bat, how your souls just sang for one another. Oh, they would feel like a fool. Number 24. How patient you've been. Their mask, this separation, and this collective, that's your biggest thing. You are like, you're furious, It's like you just feel you've wasted such valuable years or energy in your life when it comes to this. I ain't gonna lie, good intention, my angels. This is a good intention. One more. Bless me, inner turmoil. Well, they are going through that, but that I tie into a little bit of victim mentality. So, or maybe they're reflecting on their victim mentality. I'm going to say was bounded physically, mentally, spiritually, and they were, because they weren't seeing it right. Hadn't been activated. I feel imprisoned because of my own doing. I'm trying to fight my inner demons, but it's just so difficult at times. And I'm looking at this, and this collective, it's so funny because in an odd right, your energy, you had twin flames with trauma. And I was seeing, I said it in the first part, again, watch from the beginning. I said to you guys, you are now just seeing this journey as one big hit of trauma, right? And it's like you're mirroring in your own right. They are starting to feel what you used to feel. And now and this is what happens. I always say you have to experience each other's veils to understand why they stayed away for so long. Everything you're feeling now is what they felt for so long. They were seeing this whole thing as traumatic, as stressful, as this is just what is going on here. This is destroying my soul. Just how this collective, you're viewing it all now. Literally, tables have turned energetically. Crazy. Okay. I'm going to get these quickly. I want to see what they want to say. And then, actually, I want to see how they're viewing you as a person right now. But I just want to get these quickly. So your intellect, your intelligence. So they're learning off you right now. Starting to understand your side of the story, where for so long they were blinded. They couldn't see. I always say when your perceptions don't align, there's nothing you can do. But whatever you're saying, whatever they're hearing, remember that spy wanted to come out a couple times, but it kept sticking to the deck. You're saying things, speaking things, or your last point, you said something that hit them hard, made some seeds be planted. Blamed you for the hurt, just how right now you're blaming them for the hurt. Everything that happened hurt me so much, I needed more time to heal. This collective right now, how hurt you are. I keep saying you're scared to even look at your phone because you can feel them on top of your chest. It's like you're suffocating. Oh, so again, this is what they're starting to understand. I don't really like this card. It's very, but there's a side to you I haven't seen, which for so long they were running away from this side because they didn't want to reflect them. They didn't want to see their mirror, your spirituality, your evolution, your divine feminine, especially when you guys activate into that divine feminine, your understanding, nurturing, your excessive emotion. It's scary for them, right? Because they normally find you as more of a detached, cold lover, right? More logical when they first meet you, not this extreme emotion. So there is a side to you that now, because they haven't experienced it in the physical, they are drawn to, right? But this let's loose, have fun and let's get wild. Don't really like that. But I do think this top part, they're so drawn to this version of you that they weren't accepting for so long. Because the change is happening to them, right? This is why I always say to you guys, you can't have a divine counterpart with one activated person until they activate. Yes, they're about 6 to 9 months behind your journey. Some of you guys are years behind your journey. But until they activate and understand what you went through, understand the universal flow, the connection, the synchronicities, the sign, they need to understand the crazy, right? You need to understand the avoidance, the running. This is why the veils switch. But until that, you got no hope. They've been finding themselves. Reciprocity. They want equal give and take. It was time. She's such a special cat. She doesn't use a litter. She has to go outside, and I kind of love that about her. But yeah, she was sitting at the door and she just meowed, so she clearly needs to go to the bathroom. But the chemistry and maybe for so long that's what they took this down to, the lust for you, just the attraction for you. It's only now they're starting to realize it's far more intense than that. But I've never felt a passion this intense before, and it scared them for a long time. One more. You're their soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. How they were showing out. I acted like I didn't care about what happened between us, but I truly did. I just wanted to appear unbothered because they were hurt. I don't want to say that because they clearly were. Understanding. But whatever you've been speaking or have spoken to them, this is what's waking them up to this, that you're not chasing anymore. You're done. So this would have been in the conversation as well, because now they're starting to understand you, right? Because that's what they're feeling, the longing, the intensity, the pull, right? You're about to get this, but the energetic chasing, they can't get you off their mind. Remember the unhealthily obsessed, the fixation, the, just watch the whole thing. Twin flame and soulmates, but now they're understanding the journey. So the false flame, the fateful encounter, and then the twin flame, the hurt here. They're starting to realize it all had to happen. This was never false. It was to evolve our trauma. It was to evolve our triggers. Oh God. You've activated my soul to find my true purpose. I know about twin souls as well, but to find my true purpose and destiny in life, you helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. Wild side. The unexpected outcome. So you guys did, and how they held back. Okay, so again, it goes back to that last point. Whatever happened here a few months ago, it didn't go the way they expected. I think they were at this point ready to kind of embrace this, but it clearly wasn't time. You guys clearly froze up. You had a cycle that needed to be broken. It was all divinely guided, clearly, but I should have expressed myself better. They are being really hard on themselves with this. And again, this is why they're coming through with this confession. Things didn't go the way I planned. And maybe you showed them a spicy side that they weren't expecting. Okay, they're feeling lost right now. They would be. With this something to say how to approach. Be scared. If this person sees you as their twinny, you're a divine, you're a high priestess, you're an oracle, you're a seer. And this is probably why they know they need to lead with honesty. I think they wanted to lead with honesty last time, but they froze, they freaked out, they didn't do it. This person probably thinks you won't accept anything less than that, right? Could be a real Queen of Swords. Maybe you've tried to really present more that Queen of Pentacles, caring, nurturing, but you still have had boundaries over your heart. But I think, and your energy reads like that, just like yesterday's collective. I said it before, this smells very similar to yesterday's collective, but it's not the same. You feel you guys are in the same color, the same wave, but your stories just deviate a little bit, right? This is why discernment's very important. Just quickly before we get what they want to say, I do want to see how they're seeing you as a person. Okay. All right, so we've got Four of Wands, Twin Flame, Commitment, Six of Pentacles, your kindness, the way you give. Remember the reciprocity card that came out. There's something, Queen of Swords, I knew it. This is why Wheel of Fortune, okay. This is why they're leading with a confession, because they know that's what's going to make you feel seen. It's the reciprocity of not just emotion, but depth of truth, right? They know you're sitting with your boundaries up. They know you're a truth seeker. They're viewing you as someone that's actually very logical, right? So not just spiritual. You would have a beautiful balance of spirituality and practicality. But this Seven of Cups, I more see this as them viewing you as having a lot of options, right? Why would you want their cup? That's what I'm seeing. They could have moments of thinking that because of everything that's happened now, you would be confused about this dynamic as they're starting to understand you, because they feel a detachment from you, right? But I more feel that as this person views you as having a lot of cups to choose from. That's what I'm feeling with that. That this Four of Wands, they know. And your community around you could have a very big community. You could be very prosperous as well, right? I just feel you're very grounded, practical yet logical as well, and spiritual being in their eyes. But the way you give, I don't think it could ever be matched in their outlook. Okay, you're a very giving person, and they know this about you. Maybe they think even that you give too much at times, and maybe this is why they can also see that, because I feel you're a true self-sacrificer, and people that are self-sacrificers, you don't give with an expectation to be given back to, but the more people take from you, right? You're piling resentment without you knowing. People that take and don't give back. I always say resentment, you don't know when you're accumulating it. And then finally, when you as a self-sacrificer need something, which it's very rare you guys will reach out to anyone when you need something. You're normally more of a 10 of Wands kind of personality. But when you hit your brink and you need something emotionally, or you just need that kind of shoulder to cry on, and that person you've given to is not available, it can bring out a side of you guys that's like, phew, because it's like all that built up resentment, right? And I think this is what this person's reflecting on. I think that you've given so much physically, emotionally, financially, whatever it is, and they never gave back in return, right? Remember what they're going through, understanding you better now, understanding how they took advantage of this situation and you emotionally. Okay. Oh. Eight of Wands, well, I think this is what they want, but also you, a lot of different, and your balance, your truth, your balance, your life lessons, you move with integrity. You've learned this about you. So I always bring up my shadow card with that, the purple curtain in life. You've transformed a lot, but this Eight of Wands, very good news. This is all different directions, which reminds me of this, just constantly on the up and up. And I think they feel this with you, especially when it comes to what you're creating around you, your prosperity. But I do think as well they want acceleration with this dynamic and you, but we're asking how they see you. But if we take it to the theme of this reading, they want to come in with this truth and integrity as well, but they could have really thought, and I find true divines for a long time, because the masculines, I've explained this in detail before why it happens, I'm just going to breeze through it. They get a lot of physical towers as you get the emotional towers, so they actually think, because they know you're a practitioner, they know you're a witchy poo, true divine, see oracle, they know this about you, but they think a lot of their karma is bound to you and maybe doing some energy work, whatever it is. And I do think for a long time this person thought the karma and the life they were living was because you were inflicting it. But now I think they realize the reason they get karma is because them as well, to wake up to the lessons in life, right? And that you are a bit of a divine child, very divinely protected. Okay, and Queen of Cups wouldn't, oh my, your Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. So you're very independent, right? Emotionally mature. But you've built a good life for yourself, but they know there's more, right? It's like, I think they see your potential more than you see your potential. This should be a bloody 10 of Pentacles, Empress here. She's my mini Empress. They think you're very independent. So they know you, for you, love isn't a completion, it's a complement. So you would be very aware, especially with this Queen of Swords, of who you would allow in. So maybe they know since then, and most divines, you take a path of celibacy. It's very hard for you to let people in, right? They would know this about you, how your independence is something that you need in life. That you cannot be caged. Past life connection, past life love, wanting a second chance at this with you. But again, the way you've got, I also see Six of Cups as inner child healing, the way you've gone through and really knuckled into your healing, especially with this Justice card here. One more. Very intelligent too, and six, destined for fame. There's so many options in front of you. Six of Wands, destined to be center stage in life. Triumph, victory, success. You'd be one intimidating energy. Very intimidating. You'd have a very strong confidence about you as well. And you've got King of Pentacles. And, oh my God, you got the pairing. And anyone that watches me, this is what I've allocated as my divine pairing in separation, but your balance of your feminine and masculine, they see it. But you guys could be double pairing, double air, double earth, double water, double fire. But this is, I always say, I've allocated this as you guys in separation because stuck in the mind over communication, and they're focusing so much on this separation right now. And every deck they're getting that they believe you're their twin. So it wouldn't surprise me when they view you. They're viewing you as their person, right? But over this separation. But your balance. So you, even though you're very spiritual, they see how much you shine in your logic. They see that more than your spirituality. Like, let's be real. You didn't get the hype. You did get the wheel that wanted to come out. You didn't get the star. This is very, actually more grounded, if anything. Very passionate. Majority of your cards here are Pentacles and Wands. Oh, actually, no, you've got a pretty good... You've got 3 air, 2 cups, 3 wands, 2 fire, and 2 pentacles. So very kind of balanced in everything. But your passion, your action in life, your logic, the way you balance through truth, intellect, they're the most prominent here. I want one more. That means normally when I read divines, always the high priest, they're not fearful of your sight anymore, right? That's probably why it didn't come out. They're so focused on truth and clearing the air. Let's get one more. Maybe that you've redirected. Coming into harvest season, but seeds have been planted. You've been germinating. Even their emotion towards this germinating. Queen of Cups. That's your abilities there. But even as I said it, I was feeling your Swords energy right now. And you are in that. You are in that. Watch the whole thing. Okay, let's quickly see what they want to say. That's the Dragon's Blood Tarot, by the way. And then we will get what's coming next. I just want to get a couple. Okay. Love is a lesson worth learning for you. And this is what you're over, but for so long you were learning it. Remember the twin flame with the trauma. For so long you thought they were improving your trauma. Now you're just seeing this whole journey as traumatic. Watch from the beginning. Veils are literally switching. I'm changing slowly, but change takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Please don't give up on me. This person's clearly quite behind your journey. I feel like this person maybe has just activated over the past few months. Think about how long it's taken you to get to this point, right? Just a little bit of a seed to plant. You can't help that they weren't activated and not seeing like you. You can't help that. You've helped me realize that I do deserve love despite my upbringing, making them believe in the power of love. Watermelon colors, childlike innocence. My focus, like the peachy color, the green anyway, my focus has always been my career. I'm trying to provide you the life that you deserve. So that means this collective, you would be very focused on that yourself. All right, let's just get 3 more. My friends say you're too good for me. I feel like I don't deserve your love. This collective, that's not, there's something with gluttonous gossip and opinions that I don't know if it's that whole, I don't know if it's that, I think it's worse than that, let's be real. But anyway, will you find it in your heart to forgive me after all this time, the patience, right, through the separation? I'm afraid you will not give me a second chance, truth. Look at all these soul activation cards, the flower of life. These are the flower of life cards. I'm working on myself so we can come into union. You need to trust me right now. And last one. Do you feel when our energies merge as one? This collective, you feel suffocated right now. I feel crazy in love with you. They do. That fixated card. That says for us to be together, it would require me to, I think that's really sad. But maybe they are in that veil that I'd have to leave so much to make this work with you, because there's a lot of opinions bound to this, or obligations, or things that need to shift. Okay, so next action towards you, the advice for you, how to approach this, and then what the outcome will be. That was the Sun that wanted to come out. An 8 of Wands. Oh. 6 of Cups. This card specifies second chance at love, reigniting the past life connection. So they're really coming in wanting to reignite everything. Well, we know they're wanting to talk about things, right? But they're wanting a second chance here. So they're leading with some very loving emotion. You got the 6 of Cups underneath the Queen of Swords. So they'd be shitting it, because that's what they're wanting to lead with you. They're probably worried about how you're going to deal with it. So they know to approach you, it can't be excessively emotional. There needs to be hard truths put on the table. Because I always say Queen of Swords, truth seeker. So they're viewing you as you can come in, but nothing but the truth here, right? So they'd be reflecting, do I lead with emotion? Do I lead with logic? How do I approach this situation? That's why they have such an outlook and worried about your reactions. Watch from the big part 1. 6 of Wands. When I'm reading love, I see this as declaration of love, right? They're coming in to declare some things here. They want triumph. They want victory. They want success. You got 6 of Wands for how they're viewing you. That's my card of fame. Like when I'm reading in general, love, declaration, right? Really standing there declaring. But they see you as this. So again, I think there's an intimidation from where you are in life. Remember that 7 of Cups. If they really think kind of, why would you choose my cup? I'm not going to lie, this feels like a bit of a grand gesture they're coming in with. The confession. Let's be real, because that's what this is about. 7 of Swords in reverse. It's come up right, but 7 of Swords in reverse, confession, remorse, right? Wanting to find a strategy from an unworkable strategy, from their lies, manipulation, their mask behavior, the mask with the lightning bolt that came out. Well, again, watch from part 1. Good that that's come out. Oh, maybe that's meant to be why they've been presenting non-committal. And hold on, I want one more for that because it doesn't align. I think that's to be with that 7 of Swords, what they want to talk about. Yeah, their boundaries, why they weren't persistent, why they didn't hold the line. Again, every part there's that third-party interference here. I think that's what needs to be spoken about. The opinions, the gossip, what made them not... And again, they truly believe this was a false, karmic, toxic... Blah. So I think that more ties in to the lack of endurance here. But also how much it did batter and bruise them. Remember the You Hurt Me, right? With the, was it with the Twin Flame card in that other deck? Let's get one more for your top row. Star. Miracle card. With the cosmic energy. They're going to come in very, I don't want to say spiritual, but universally connected. They're wanting serenity, peace. They're wanting calm in this. They're seeing you as a wish for them, right? It's really funny because when we were doing your perspective, I specifically said, I'm surprised the star or the high priestess or like the queen, I'm surprised that didn't come out because I feel it should have been a focus, but I think the reason it didn't come out, because the way I normally read that when I'm seeing how someone views you, it's that you see through them, right? But seeing this, I feel this collective, I think this person knows whatever path you're on with enlightenment, that means a lot to you, right? And I don't think you've ever seen them come through with an understanding of who you are at the core. And I do think this is at the forefront of their mind. They want you to know that they're universally connected. They want you to know that they're starting to see what you once saw. There's a guilt here for not being consistent, for not holding the line, for not being there for you while you were in your crazy, right? Because they're experiencing it all now. I actually feel this is more, yes, wanting to calm this situation, all of that stuff, but I think this person, they know for you that would mean so much to see the spiritual alignment, right? Not that they're, but I feel there's just a higher perspective, a higher knowing that when they speak, you're going to feel the connection that they have to up above, right? And I think that's actually what's going to make you believe in what they're saying. It's not even this declaration or this confession. It's you seeing that they're connected and they understand this journey, which I think will soften this collective, because it'll bring up everything you had to go through and how hard it was at the start and how people thought you were, like, you're going to see an activation in them, right? I think that's the key. It's not about this. You just want to know your values and your souls, they merge properly. And I think all of that patience and kindness will come flooding straight back for this collective, where right now you're angry and you're fed up. But anyway, let's see. Let's see the advice you need. It could be turning point, rebuild, recovery. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Justice, life lessons, purple curtain, move with integrity, move with balance. But yes, you should be keeping an eye out on the truth of this, but justice is at play in this whole dynamic. So just how they're coming in, you yourself are going to have lessons tied to your purple curtain. So move with integrity here. Diplomacy, be diplomatic, don't be excessive, be balanced. They're saying this could be a recovery point, a true rebuild. And I promise this collective, how angry and frustrated you are, that is the key. You see that, you're going to melt like butter. You are going to melt like butter, because you understand. I always say anyone can change if we want to change. And as soon as you see they're connected, you'll know this person's going to start changing. And I think you will have so much more acceptance. It's not that you want this person to be perfect. Look at anyone that goes through an activation. You've had so much trauma. I don't want to say you're not the nicest people, but we've all done things that we're not proud of, and people that get activated, it's because you've had that much trauma. Your poor little soul fuses out. Your brain can't take it anymore from that last bout of trauma. It'll be divine separation, loss of a child, loss of someone that you love dearly, near-death experience. It's that last bit of trauma your body can't take. You fuse out and you just activate to the world around you. And you know the pain and the depth. Again, even this journey for this collective, it's equaling trauma to you. It just drags up, but you're patient with yourself. Small steps, big accomplishments. You guys are very self-aware, socially aware, emotionally aware once you activate. So I think that for you don't want them to be perfect. You just want them to know that they're willing and ready to become the best version of themselves. So this, I think it will come naturally. But just remember, justice is here with you. The advice of how you should just remember what you've been through, right? Patient, true divines, here to really spread the knowledge of unconditional love, acceptance, forgiving and forgetting, forgiving and learning, right? Non-judgment. Remember. 2 of Cups. Equal. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. Doesn't mean it needs to be rushed, though. Doesn't mean it needs to be rushed, because there's life lessons. So if you're codependent, struggle with it, but all of this stuff is going to come up, right? But integrity is the biggest one, and balance. Queen, confidence. Be confident in who you are, right? That's good. I actually like that. But she connects to her higher self. That's why she's so magical. That energy rod connects her to up above. Come from a higher perspective. Be confident in your decisions before making them. Don't be bossy. Don't be controlling. Trust the magic that's around this connection. One more. Dedicated effort. Don't just look for dedicated effort from them, but yourself. And also remember the dedication you've put into yourself to master yourself. How long it's taken you. Small steps. They're not going to be perfect, but reflect on how long it's taken you to get to this point. Patience, right? So slow and steady. It's not just going to fix overnight. But I just think there needs to be self-evaluation through this decision, because the biggest thing for you, remember this part, it's the not that you've been hurt so much that I think that it's just going to blind you a bit to their change. You've got to be just patient. But I do believe you see this, you'll soften. I do believe it, but it doesn't mean it needs to be rushed. But just keep a hold of your emotion. Don't be excessive. All right. Oh my God, that's funny. That came out for yesterday's collective. I think that's what you're gonna... That was their first two cards for... Oh my God! Oh my... Anyone that... Oh my... What just happened? Same wave. We've got a wave coming in. Yesterday's collective at the end, your outcome was those three cards. Coming out of the storm, don't repeat the same lessons, break the cycle. For the twin flame, they were the three. Get the out of town. This is a wave. We've got a wave coming in. So again, same color, different story. Discernment. Do not make this reading fit. So you are about to repeat a lesson here. Oh my God. I feel this collective, you need to watch yesterday's collective. And yesterday's collective, I really hope you're watching today's collective, because I think there's lessons in both collectives for you. More advice, right? Not that you know what I'm saying. Exact same three cards. Coming out of the storm. Coming into stability, breaking free from the instability, but it all comes down to the karmic lessons, right? And then you got the union card. Stop it. Sign. Twin flame reunion 1, divine union, and yesterday's collect. You're pissed, but not this pissed. Not this pissed. You're just more. Okay, this is really good. Oh my, I am sure that came out too, did it not? The less is more, or did that come out in advice? But less is more. Mindfulness. Mindful. Your outcome. Less is more, slow and steady. One more. Okay. Ooh. The fact that it flipped on the Six of Swords in reverse, I think it's coming out of transforming through the heartbreak, the betrayal, transformation, new beginning through the pain and hurt, an unexpected change of growth, right? You've really got potential, 8 of Wands, to transform this. All comes down to this. So yesterday's collective, the approach is really shut down and like just completely scared, right? This person ain't shut down. This person's coming in like... Ah! That's where this differs, but the outcome could really, really be the same. That has blown me away. One more. Emperor! Ugh. They're going to lock in. I'm building an empire, power couple. Oh, I like this part of this reading. This is nice. Very good. Very good. Okay. That whole reading from part 1, every detail fit. And it's funny because anyone watching yesterday, please comment because it's coming to my mind. And you thought yesterday's collective was for you. And then today you're like, wait, no, it's this one. That will teach you the difference with discernment and details. I always say if a reading is for you, your whole body will ignite. I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it. As a reader, your mind should take you to examples and people and this and that. Like, comment, because it's come to my mind. Details are important for a reason. Talk about it nearly every read. Oh my God, you got the lightning again and the golden elixir again. That wasn't here. Was it? It was yesterday too. But you got the golden elixir. You guys are calling each other. Your golden energy is singing to one another. I opened it yesterday and oh, that smells so good. Beautiful. Luck is on your side. The fall. Oh wait, that's the big J. Crescent moon. That could be your initial, or crescent moon could be your birth date. But the 4-leaf clover. It's a flower, but I see it as the 4-5-leaf clover. Luck is on your side. Initials here: HH and B. Why am I hearing honey bunny? Maybe this person, or you called this person honey bunny. Your hearts are protected. Sailing off into the sunset. Thailand, Bali, Indonesia. Maybe you guys will go traveling, or you've got a memory there. I'm seeing someone playing with the elephants in the water. I know there's an elephant here, but I was actually seeing it in my mind. Or you've always wanted to do that. Is that a bit mean? Are they captive? Are they captive? Why did I just think that just then? They would be. It's not like you're just swimming with wild elephants, are you? But your perseverance, luck is on your side. And again, very quick. This is my rapid moving and lightning bolt. All right. 5th of the 9th, 9th of the 5th, 2nd of the 5th, 5th of the 2nd, 25th of the 9th, 11th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 11th, 18th of the 3rd. 15 shadows will be up. Just remember that. 11th or 14th of the 11th. 11/11 sign. 10th of the 6th of the 10th. Oh, I enjoyed that reading. All right, my loves. I love you guys. Have a great day.